the radar.
Well, this past Friday, media had a meltdown over Ron DeSantis announcing his plan to form a Florida State Guard.
We also want to make sure that we have the flexibility and the ability needed to respond to events in our state in the most effective way possible. And some of that will require us to be able to have access and be able to use support in ways that are not encumbered by the federal government or don't require federal government. So I'm going to be recommending in the budget $3.5 million to reestablish the Florida State Guard. The Florida State Guard will act as a civilian volunteer force that will have the ability to assist the National Guard in state-specific emergencies. This funding will support the necessary training, equipment, and other support functions for up to 200 members who can aid in the response to hurricanes, natural disasters, and other state emergencies. We want to be able to have a quick response capability, and reestablishing the Florida State Guard will allow civilians from all over the state to be trained in the best emergency response techniques and have the ability to mobilize very, very quickly.
So just to reiterate here, the proposal allocates $3.5 million to reestablish the State Guard. That would be made up of about 200 volunteers who would respond to state emergencies such as hurricanes and other natural disasters. But here are just a few of the reactions to DeSantis' announcement. MSNBC analyst Ferdinand Amandi tweeted, "What wannabe totalitarian, fascist, authoritarian dictators do." CNN contributor Dean Obadala tweeted, "Wake up, America. GOP Governor DeSantis proposes civilian Florida State Guard military force he would control. This is a new Red Army. The GOP wants to be ready for the next January 6th with an army. Hashtag Trump's Red Army." Ooh, former Republican and former Florida Governor Charlie Crist, who is running against DeSantis, is a Democrat in the 2022 gubernatorial race, tweeted, "No governor should have his own hand-picked secret police." It didn't stop with Twitter. CNN and The Guardian wrote ominous pieces about the announcement, with CNN starting off saying, "Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to reestablish a World War II-era civilian military force that he, not the Pentagon, would control." The Guardian wrote, "Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor, has proposed an extraordinary plan to create a state paramilitary unit that he, rather than the federal government, would control." But here's what's interesting. In both of the articles by CNN and The Guardian, about halfway through, they give you a little important detail. Florida would become the 23rd state to do this. 23rd state. So nearly half of all states already have their own guards that answer to their governors and only to their governors, not the Pentagon, not Biden. Unlike each state's National Guard, state guard forces can't be federalized or mobilized by the Department of Defense. They are under the command of the state, and that's it. Some of the states with governor-controlled guards are Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, Illinois, and New York. Hardly the group of states I expect to see raising up a Red Army for Trump.